spins a story from your actions, tracking every deed and its reactions. Your mouth will lie, but your eyes cannot. A witch may forgive you, but karma will not.
Hey guys, I apologize for the delay on this video, so let's get into it. So before I start, I do want to say this is going to be a long video. This is going to be the first of now moving my platform over for the most part to YouTube, and this is for educational purposes only. Do not bully or harass. This should not be considered bullying or harassment. This is strictly my knowledge, my experience, my proof, my opinion, commentary, etc., etc., etc. For those that have been following me for a while, know that I have been talking about getting away from, even though I'm not an awareness channel, getting away from awareness altogether, just because of the drama and bullshit. And I have been putting a lot of thought into moving out of it and moving over to YouTube. Like I should have been building my YouTube channel years ago, and focusing on missing person cases and talking about my experience with strays and knowledge on them and TNR. So that's what I will be moving into. And just the fucking bullshit that has gone on recently, I've just had my fill of it. Now, it doesn't mean that I won't still be like supporting people, my friends, and posting here on TikTok. I will be doing that, but it just won't be as like this kind of stuff. I will be sharing videos. If I need to speak on something, I will, but I just want to let everybody know where I'm at. So let's get into it. So the first thing I am going to discuss is the Lisa Blue issue and the fact that she's a fucking rat. So everybody knows, and obviously, it kind of took place all in our community that myself and Psycho Bunny had a falling out a couple months back. She had brought that up that she gave my money, but said that we didn't ask for it, and it was I was upset that my name was even dropped in it. Like that was again like context matters. However, I did not before I reacted. I did not go watch the live because I trusted Narkers. I fucking went off the deep end. She told me that Sugar Skulls and Psycho Bunny had been either like saying that she was scamming and her grandson didn't have the big C or something, dragging her grandson, whatever. And that lit me on fucking fire. So I talked about that in my previous video, but I just went off, called Psycho Bunny, just fucking screaming, did not let her get a word in edgewise. Like I said, I never watched the live. And then, we all know, like, they went back and forth. I made a couple videos and I was just kind of staying out of it. During that time, obviously I was still angry and I sent the text message that Nikki posted to Snarkers and I owned it and I talked about that in my video. Do I feel bad about it? Yeah, I do. I was angry and that's not an excuse, but at the same time, I'm not afraid to, I wouldn't send anything in text message that I would ever be afraid would get out. So at the same time, Psycho Bunny and so I do know that a lot of people are contacting her, like, sure, Ryan's your friend, da, da, da. And it's really no one's business. Things were said that weren't meant, things were said that, out of anger, and I took responsibility for that and I apologize. Again, though, when you're going to share text, there was no reason for deliberately did that because she wanted to hurt me. Because when I said we have our ace in the hole, I meant all the information and knowledge that we had about regarding money and her sending money to Andy. I would never, like I said in my video, ever say that us having a conversation because so much Lori had said so many accusations and other people were saying it and it was just a bad time stuff, and we were all exhausted from the drive, and her saying like, did we miss something, like just questioning like, did we miss something? I don't think that's being made into so much fucking bigger of a thing. I just don't get it. This came out months ago. It was not that big of an issue months ago. Now it has come out again. But the best, like the thing is people are just saying, well, so and so told me that she told them that too. How would they know that? Well, because it came out months ago. Like, I am someone that is fact based and proof based. So if Psycho Bunny said that to you, prove it. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that anybody's lying. I'm just saying, for me, if I'm going to go off of what someone said, I need to see proof. If not, then come on, guys. But anyway, like I said, I'm not really sure why that's this extreme now because this came out months back. The first time I spoke on it then, I probably told this freaking story about 30 times now. I am not going to be telling it again. I contacted DCFS when the conversation happened. I contacted DCFS about it again in July, and I'm not going to do it again. Like, I'm just not. This is fucking ridiculous, and it's not needed. He is not doing anything inappropriate. There has been nothing, and I've talked to him on the phone. I've had many conversations with him. I even had a conversation with him regarding those two speaking. For people that are saying that Psycho Bunny has not been speaking to that kid, yes, she has. That is a lie. I have a screenshot of a conversation. She decided that she was not going to put it out. And she did put out something, but I am not going to drop it because I'm not going to have her drug for that too. Because no matter what she does, it's kind of like with Villain. No matter what Psycho Bunny does, it's going to be an issue. So if she drops it, then people are going to be like, oh, why are you posting messages? Okay, and so just it's fucking pointless. But I'm telling you, that is not true. So if I was people that were publicly speaking or commenting that, I would stop because it is incorrect. Now, back to Lisa Blue. Okay, so in July, I shared that message. I'm going to show it again. So Lisa Blue messaged me. And at the time, I knew that she came from Jody. And I knew, like I said, because Psycho Bunny had already pre-warned me about Lisa Blue, I was already on her. She lied in the first message to me, but what I couldn't figure out at the time was whether she was working for somebody on the back end, like working for Jody to try to get info on Psycho Bunny or on Villain. Of course, now we know it's on Villain. So there are things I said, told her, deliberately, and because I needed to know where she was sitting, and it didn't take long till I figured it out. So that happened the end of July. We are now in the beginning of September. So, and I didn't even talk to her that often. So maybe Lisa, if you're gonna play like Inspector Gadget, you should actually know what you're doing and don't be such a desperate pick me bitch, because this isn't the first time you've done this, is it? So come to find out that Lisa Blue is a chronic drama bullshit snake rat wannabe, and then when she gets called out and shit and things get bad and she gets in hot water, then she moves on and starts all over again. I really am concerned, Lisa, that you're a grasp on reality, or that like real life, like you really need to go outside, you need to touch some grass. I would suggest getting some real life friends, because this is fucking wild and you're not good at it. At least Blue likes to do is, it seems that she likes to have different accounts and pretend, like for example, that one is her son. So she and Psycho Bunny had gotten into it before Lisa messaged me, which is, take a look at that message and then we'll debunk it. Okay. Everybody already knew that that was not your son, Lisa, but it's so funny that you can talk so much shit behind accounts and behind keyboards and shit like that. Like, this is wild. Number one, why would your son call you Lisa Blue? Just wondering. Number two, why would your son get involved in your online shenanigans that you're using to fill your boredom? I don't know. And also, Lisa would like to know, as a fellow boy mom of two of my own and one bonus son, why you think it was acceptable for your son, if this was him, to speak to any woman that way. That's all I need to know, Lisa. You're talking about bitch. You can tell that's you know that, right? So everybody knew it was you, but see, when I was on the phone with Psycho Bunny a couple days ago, I went and I looked at this account, and something very strange happened. Do you know what that might be? It seems that I may know your son. Seeing as how I don't have his phone number, it must be your phone number. Who's a weak bitch? And while we're on phone numbers, I know that you're going to be big mad. You probably already are. You probably already have like a post up, one of your like backdrops. What is it? Not a post, it's a story with like your little words and stuff like that. You probably have one of those up on me. I don't give a fuck. But don't get any ideas with my number, okay? Because number one, I absolutely will not tolerate it. And I won't dox you back, but I'll do some things. So I highly suggest you don't. But the other thing is I will change my fucking number. I don't really care. So unless you don't care either, I really suggest that we just part ways, and that you just stop this shit, because you're not good at it. This is fucked up. Like, you are clearly not good on either side. Just stop. So I know this is going to come as a big surprise to everybody, but not only was Lisa Blue in my comments, but she was also in Stewie's comments. So we'll go ahead and take a look at those. And it seems whenever you lied to Beanie Mama, that you got Stewie and I mixed up, but because Stewie nor I said what you needed us to say to be able to get in good with Beanie Mama, you just straight lied to her, and you also didn't show her any proof. So there's that. Weird. It almost looks like, Lisa, you combined mine and Stewie's conversations, but yet again showed no proof, because that's not what either one of us said. And even Beanie Mama knew you were lying, hence why she blasted you. Everybody is so obsessed about the fundraiser for her teeth. No, it wasn't collected yet. People would be able to see it. Duh. And yes, at least she didn't lie about that, but you don't have to share my profile. Beanie Mama knows who I am. She makes videos about me and talks shit about me all the time. So, but anyway. Oh, speaking of, Beanie Mama, your peekaboo video, I did like my video that you blasted, Lisa, because you had the comments turned off. So I had to like it because that was the only way I could show you I was there. Twinkle Dink, how am I naive and gullible? I'm just asking. I've been around since AR days. I've been around for 5 years, over 5 years. So I do know the way John was. And was he perfect? No, but he treated Margaret very well. And then relapse happened and whatever else. So I don't get, the thing is that I don't know what you're really saying. I'm naive and gullible about this. If you and your crew would focus more on your lives, or like, I mean, hell, I don't know. You know how many like missing persons cases you guys probably could have solved in the last 3 or 4 years with your obsession with Margaret, but we'll talk more about that in part 2. Beanie Mama, what did I lie about? I'll wait. What did I lie about? Where's your proof? Or are you just gonna say I promise I have it like you do everything else? You don't know me. You and I've never had a conversation. Your thing, as soon as someone doesn't agree with you or argues with you or like calls you out for lying or not being correct, you call them a liar and a scammer. That's it. That's so I won't wait to find out, what I lied about because I'm so done with you guys' bullshit. You guys are like fucking sick, disturbed. It's wild to me. Like you have grandchild, right? Well, like, do you know how much time? Well, whatever. Yeah. So, I'm a liar. Your little rat's a liar. So, go take that up with her. She lied to you. I proved it. If she says that, I did, then have her prove it. Text, phone calls, I live in a two-party consent state and she didn't ask my consent to record our phone calls, but she could send them to you privately. So have her prove it. So back to Lisa Blue and her vile actions. So one of the things that took me so long is because I had to talk to a couple different people because it seems that Lisa is does some vile shit all around this app, don't you, Lisa? So, and this is all alleged. I went to the source. I will not be naming said source other than Rose because she said I could. So Rose has witnessed Lisa Blue take another mother's story about a child struggling with addiction and the fact that that mother gave this child money, and because that's what we do as addicts. We are master manipulators, and unfortunately our families enable us, and this woman finally got the courage to speak on her story and start a safe space for other parents, and Lisa Blue heard this story, took the story, said that Rose did that Rose unalived her own child. And the thing is that Rose struggles with infertility and has her whole life. So not only did Lisa Blue mock a mother's trauma in losing their child, but she also mocked infertility. So what kind of woman does that? Lisa Blue. Probably the kind that makes accounts under and says that they're their child and disrespecting women and all kinds of shit. But yeah. And it also seems that allegedly Lisa Blue has two vehicles, a car and a truck. The truck she claims is that she bought for her son, but her son never has driven, allegedly. So she was behind on her car insurance and basically was dry begging for Rose. And this all happened after it came out that Rose had bought the RV and all that. So, it was very obvious that Rose was comfortable financially. And Lisa Blue took advantage of that and found every single reason under the sun to dry beg from Rose, crying hysterically, saying that she needed, what was it, Lisa Blue, $700 or something for your car insurance? Yeah. So please tell me, Lisa, how you are in like Beanie Mama's comments for her calling Villain out, but yet you're over here on the back end, like, you would have taken that money if Rose would have given it to you. So there's that. And Rose had to explain to you that you needed to go to someplace like Geico or Safe Auto or the General and just get yourself a policy, and it would have been a lot cheaper. And you were like, oh, I didn't know that. Really? You didn't know that? Strange. And I also want to clear something else up that people were saying that allegedly Chrissy had said when she was in Chanel's box, when Nikki and Lisa Blue and Lisa, and right before I had gotten up there, that the stuff that Psycho Bunny and John had smoked was quote unquote laced. And two other people in that live said, yes, she said that, when you guys knew she didn't. But Lisa Blue even said she didn't. So, I mean, at least she did that, right? At least you could be honest like once in a while. What she said, and since Villain has put the text messages out, obviously people can see it. Psycho Bunny asked what kind of wraps, not what it was laced with. Like, come on, you guys, come the fuck on. This is like the worst game of telephone I've ever seen. It's fucking wild. The worst game of telephone I've ever seen, in the worst case of I preach mental health and stand on mental health, but I only do that and advocate for people I, pick and choose. I don't do it for everybody. So it's okay for, what is it? It's okay for me, but not that. And lastly, it seems that Lisa Blue likes to accuse people of being drunks or alcoholics, so shaming the addiction community because alcoholism is an addiction. But you said that about Rose and Psycho Bunny. You said they're both drunks, right? Allegedly. So we have lying, dry begging, always in disasters, so you could dry beg. Only with people with money, though, right? Let's see what else. pretending to be your son and being disrespectful to women, getting involved in drama on the internet, mocking a woman's trauma story where she lost her child, you vile bitch, mocking addiction and recovery essentially, and then accusing someone who has been unable to have children and that has caused a lot of heartache in their life, respectfully so, of them unaliving their child because you changed someone else's story out for hers. Lisa, I think you need to find God. Find Jesus, because Jesus needs to take the wheel with you. Because you wonder why bad shit happens to you. Oh, girl, karma. Lastly, and this is an important topic for me, I did touch on this just a little bit ago, but there could be so many other things that people could be looking into. Like, you could be helping with missing person cases. You could be helping with the stray cat and stray dog population. You could be doing so much. People like to call me a liar and scammer because I'm friends with Margaret, but yet, here's just some of the things that I have purchased myself. With my baby daddy for the colony of 19 stray cats. I'm sorry, do we have 19 right now? Well, actually, technically, since we have 6 kittens, we are a colony of 24 at the moment, plus the other 2, so 26. Yikes. They are actually registered as their own nonprofit. They're legit with the IRS. I don't even really post their wish list anymore. I should, because they deserve it. They deserve the fucking world. But these are just some of the things I personally have done. Not saying I'm better than anybody else, but I just think it's fucking wild that, you sit and call people that you don't know liars, scammers, etc., when your time can be put into so much better things, like saving, children that are being trafficked, women that are being trafficked, men, all this stuff. But hey, who am I to judge, right? What you do with your spare time for years on end?
I tried so hard and got so far. In the end,